The House by the Cemetery from 1981. Is this Fulci's masterpiece or just weird? Why not both? Theme song.
Kyle's Reviews! Kyle's Reviews!
If you want to watch House by the Cemetery, check out the link in the description. So I ran across this on the TerraVision app on Roku. I turned it on after it started, and let me tell you, TerraVision doesn't make it easy to find out what's on there. As far as I can tell, there's like no internet, no online presence. I found a link to some website, but it was dead. A lot of the other ones like B-Movie and B-Mania and Other Worlds TV, or Monster Vision, they will at least post on like Facebook or something. This, nothing. But I'll tell you what I did find out. ChatGTP is surprisingly good at figuring out what movies you're talking about. Because I just, searched for some of the things I found and nothing. This I typed in the description and it actually named it for me. Actually figured it out. So AI is useful. So House by the Cemetery. We start off with some boobs. So there we go. That's a good start. We got a woman. She's putting her shirt on. Looks like her and her boyfriend just got done having sex in this abandoned house. And she's like, oh, I got to go home. Well, they get killed. Then we get our main characters. And Dad's some kind of researcher. I don't think it's ever really clear what he's researching or scholarly or whatever. But this guy has killed himself and he is going off to take over the research.
You have a lot of guts picking up the reins of someone else's research at its most critical point. I mean, apart from the 5,000 more you're going to be earning a year, you were Peterson's protege, and also, I believe, one of his best friends. And I know you're itching to clear up his suicide. The important thing is when this huge project gets published, it'll have just your name on it. Think what authorship can mean.
And his wife and their son named Bob, they are going to move into this house and he's going to continue the research. The guy, I don't know if I mentioned this, he had just killed himself mysteriously. So they go there, they move into the house, evil hijinks ensue. I want to say, if you want to watch this movie, don't read the summary, because even like the IMDb 2-sentence summary is kind of a spoiler. I started turning it on pretty early on when we have this kid named Bob, which it just sounds weird. They're calling him Bob, not Bobby or something. Anyway, Bob is sitting there and they have this big picture of a house, photograph of a house, and Mom comes in and she's like, oh, I saw my friend in the ghost picture, and the picture was talking to me, and Mom's like, there's no girl in this picture. So I thought that was kind of neat. And so it got my interest. The film came out in 81, as I said. So it's kind of got all the effects are practical effects. There are lots of gore. Some of them are kind of cheesy, but it's Fulci, so it is kind of arty. And I really like that it's not clear if what's going on is supernatural or if there is a killer or if someone's losing their mind. Because there's a scene like where the dad's telling the mom, like, oh, you should take your pills.
You really should take those pills Joe Baker prescribed.
Why'd you keep telling me to go on with those pills? I feel fine. I never felt better.
Now calm down your nerves.
My nerves are fine the way they are. Besides, I read somewhere that those pills can provoke hallucinations.
So that's all cool, but it's not perfect. There are weird things about this movie. Bob keeps talking to the ghost girl, and we even see scenes of the ghost girl talking to other people. So it's not entirely clear, and I think that's kind of the point, is the ghost girl really a ghost? But it's also, I was like, is this flashbacks to when the girl was alive? There is some payoff at the end, but it just seems kind of weird. Then also, weird things start happening at the house, and nobody seems that concerned. For example, there is a door to the basement that's all boarded up, and the husband is up late one night working, and he hears a noise. And he goes down and finds this babysitter, which I'm not really sure why they particularly need like a live-in babysitter, since the wife doesn't seem to work and they have one kid and he kind of has flexible hours. Anyway, she's there and she is like trying to get into the basement. And he doesn't be like, what are you doing? No follow-up on that. Then later on, there is a murder and lots of blood everywhere, and the babysitter is cleaning it up. And, you know, we don't know who did the murder. Maybe it was the babysitter. Who knows? The wife sees her cleaning up all this blood.
Good morning,
And she doesn't ask, what's going on with the blood?
Good morning.
What are you doing?
I made coffee.
Oh.
And then there are a couple times when the townspeople are like, oh, it's good to see you again.
When you came to visit him with your daughter, don't you remember? Last October, I think it was.
I never paid a visit to Dr. Peterson. In fact, this is the first time that I've set foot in this town.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course, positive. And then I have a son, not a daughter.
That doesn't pay off at all. Is the daughter mentioned supposed to be the ghost girl? But we never see her dad, I don't think. Never see the person that he's supposed to looks like. So that's all weird. The middle of it kind of drags. And there are some deaths. And again, the kills are gory. There is a very funny one with a bat. And I was getting ready to be like, oh, this is disappointing. Then the end comes. And it gets crazy. If you're interested in the movie, don't read the summary. I'm not going to tell you anything else. Stay around for the ending. So, if you like the gore, if you like Fulci, it is, even though it's set in America, it still has a very European feel about it. I'm going to give House by the Cemetery 4 thumbs up. Don't read summaries. There are some weird things in it. Watch it for the gore. And like and subscribe if you want some more.